So you guys know those floating baskets all those Instagram models and influencers are taking pictures with when they're traveling and stuff, and it has the food in the baskets? Well, I'm about to make me one of those because I need it for a photo shoot.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now come on now.
What's up, icons? It's the iconic fashion figure. So as I just mentioned, I'm getting ready to make one of those floating baskets. You know, the ones that all the Instagram influencers are taking pictures with while they're on vacation because the resorts are serving them like their breakfast in the water. Well, I need one of those for a photo shoot. And they sell them on Amazon, which I was really close to buying it because they had quite a few of them on there, but they're ranging from like $300 to $700. And at first I was just gonna buy it because I actually wanted it, but I'm only gonna use it one time for a photo shoot. I probably won't ever even use it again, so I figure I need to stop wasting money and just go ahead and finesse this myself. So let me go ahead and make it. I'm gonna go get all the supplies I need, and then we're gonna make that basket. So hopefully you guys can hear me since my camera's so far back, but these are all the supplies. I have a wicker basket that I got from Marshall's. It was actually on clearance for $24. I really didn't want one that had these sections in here. I just wanted an open one, but since this one was on clearance, it was only $24, and it was the big size that I need because a lot of the baskets were small. I figured I could make this work with the sections. Then I have pool noodles. Right now I have 4 of them. I'm probably going to need more than 4. I didn't realize how big my basket was while I was shopping at the Dollar Tree, but I got these for $1. I have my glue gun that I have heating up back here, so it'll be ready for when I start doing this. Then of course glue sticks for the glue gun. I do have some Type Bond, or you can use like Gorilla Glue. This Type Bond though literally sticks through everything. I use this outside for something, and with all the rain we get here in Florida, the hurricanes we've gotten this year, it's still glued on outside, so I know for sure gluing this on and this basket going in the water is still going to stick. And then I have a box cutter just in case I need to cut the noodles. So aside from like the glue and the box cutter, which I already had at home, I literally only spent $28 to make this versus me spending over $300 to buy one on Amazon. So all I'm going to do is on the bottom of the basket, gluing these pool noodles going around the basket so that way it can keep it floating above water when I put the basket in the water. Now originally I was going to use a pool floatie, something like this one, not this exact one. I'm actually using this as part of the photo shoot too, but this one's too big. I was gonna get like the kid version and glue this on the bottom, and then all I had to do was blow it up and let it float, which that could have worked. I was just afraid, since I'm using the hot glue along with this glue, that the hot glue might melt through this and then it'll pop it. So I didn't want to do that. I just went with the pool noodle option, and I'm gonna hope that having multiple pool noodles, this will still float. So let me go ahead and start making this. What I'm gonna start with first is putting on the Type Bond, and I want to put the Type Bond on first and then put hot glue. The hot glue I'm only using so it can stick right away. The Type Bond, it will take some time to dry. It actually says to just clamp it for a max of 30 minutes, but I'm not going to actually clamp this. I'm just going to use the hot glue to make it stick now. Then I'll go and I'll put a little hot glue at a time, because you need to stick the pool noodle right away before the hot glue melts, or I mean before the hot glue dries up. So I've decided to change this up a bit just because it was getting frustrating trying to put the pool noodles on here in circles. As you can see, they're more of a U because it didn't dry instantly, even with the glue gun. So I'm going to now pull these off. So I did buy a pool floatie off of Amazon, which still was only like $4, and I only need one that I'm going to glue on the bottom of this instead. That was what I originally talked about, but I found a solution instead of using the hot glue gun. So along with the Type Bond, I also have the spray glue, and this is very tacky and it dries pretty quickly. So I'm going to use that in place of the hot glue to glue the pool floatie to the bottom of this. The pool floatie I got is a 20-inch floatie, so it's basically for toddlers, which should be perfect for this size basket. I think the circumference of this basket is like 22 inches. It's just a slight bigger than 20, which is perfect because I don't want it to actually show on the side of the basket anyway. anyway. So I'm going to remove these noodles and then we're going to apply this. So you guys can see how easily those came off. So just imagine trying to put that in water. It's not very sturdy. So I was just trying to remove some of the leftover glue on here. Of course, it's stuck there, but it wasn't really sticking to the pool noodle for the hot. And ignore my little ratchet tree in the background. I have yet to decorate it. I just put it up and haven't decorated it. But now let's get into adding the floatie. I'm going to add the floatie before I even pump it up, because I think it'll be easier to attach. So that should be perfect. There's like another 2 inches around it. So like I said, about 22. So what I'm going to do on the back of the floatie, actually no, the pump is on the back. So the front of the floatie I'm going to put face down because I want the pump on the back so I can pump it up once I'm done. So what I'm going to do is first, I'm going to go around the floatie with the tight bond. I'm going to apply this first. Okay, I think I added a lot of that. So now that the tight bond is already on there, that takes at least like a half hour to an hour to start drying. This spray usually will dry in like 5 minutes. So I'm going to spray this on top, flip it over to stick to the bottom of the basket, and then I'm going to put some books on it and let it just sit for a while so it can dry. Okay, so I flipped it over and I applied some weight on the top of it just to hold it in place while it begins to dry. I'm going to leave this for at least a half hour to an hour and then I'll pump it up. I just want to make sure it's actually dry before I pump any air into the floatie. So it's the next day. I ended up allowing this to dry overnight just because it didn't seem like it was fully dry after an hour and then I completely forgot about it. So it's the next day. It's been over 24 hours now, so I'm going to pump this up and make sure it sticks. Okay, it's all pumped up, and so it's all pumped up now, ready for me to put it in water. Hopefully I can get it in water tonight to show you guys in this video. But it is late outside. Well, it's not even late, it's just dark already. And our pool area does not have light, so I don't know if I'll be able to show you in the water. But I'll see. If not, I'll show you guys the day I do the photo shoot. That's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching.